without further ado, let's continue our playthrough. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Nico? Oh. Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? And shit, we are not even a minute into the playthrough, and she's already pulling this shit again. Quit it with that pose, Monika. I've had enough of you. Been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. Okay, I agree. Monika is a bit sus. All right, Monika is. She's gotta cut out this smiles sweetly business. All right. I fell for it before, but now I'm worried. Now I'm just worried. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Ahaha, about that. Oh boy, she ditched it. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, and how to prepare for events. And some deja vu here. I feel like we've already talked about this, Monika! I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Yeah, that makes sense. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Don't like that! Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Wait, what? She always insists... Oh, okay. Will you ever upload the live? Yes. So for the first part, the first playthrough, I'm editing down just the highlights. It's just going to be like out of context simp clips. That's pretty much all it's going to be. But I will upload the entire VOD at some point. Just haven't gotten around to it. The first part of the playthrough was like a little over 4 hours long. But it'll be uploaded to my second channel when I do get around to doing that. Monika say she? Hey Nico. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? Okay, well, when you make that pose, I can't say no. I can't say no. I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Foxy, hello. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? It's true, she's using her feminine wiles on me. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Nico, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Ooh. I'm important to Monika? Okay, Monika. Okay. And thus, today marks this day I sold my soul to... Yo, what? I didn't agree to that. Don't think I remember selling my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. But I'll go with it for now. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because the last time I was like, and today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Here we go. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. What the fuck? Why did you do that? Stop! Chill! I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Whoops! Is this gonna... Does the game now start getting, like, scary? I can't handle jump scares. Can we go back to the wholesomeness? Can we go back to the wholesome simping? Now I feel like I have to be, like, on alert now. I can't focus on simping anymore. I gotta focus on not dying. Okay. Guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Nico. All words escape me in this situation. Like, oh my god. I just want to go back to the wholesomeness that was the first playthrough. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? No. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Whoa, Monica didn't deny it! Ooh, shit! Monica didn't deny it! She didn't shut me down! Ooh, shit! Okay, Monica, I see the game you're playing. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. But Sayori was the vice president last time. It's nice to meet you. I will still... Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. We still simp for Natsuki. Or, not Natsuki, for Yuri, okay? We still simp for Yuri. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So I ran into Nico in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Are there cupcakes this time? Please tell me there's... No, because there's not cupcakes, because Sayori was the one who convinced Natsuki to make the cupcakes, and Sayori doesn't exist anymore, so no cupcakes! No cupcakes and no Sayori? Bro, this game sucks. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yes, we need some tea. Hey, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Nico? Sure. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all of that effort into to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Oh my god, this is literally... These are all things we have already talked about? How does the game just like... Does it just entirely replay? Is like someone else going to die and then the next playthrough it's 2 and then 1 and then... What is this game? Hello, Space Case. What is this game? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Nico, what kinds of things do you like to read? Oh, like fantasy, things where the authors create their own worlds and help you see things differently, stuff like that. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Mitsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex... Oh my god! What are the odds? What are the odds, Yuri? Me too! Me too! Oh my god. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Oh, please, Yuri. You slay me with your passion. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, same, coincidentally. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Mitsuki's R's died over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Mitsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud, and give that back. Fine, fine. Mitsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Mitsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Mitsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Mitsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I'm just replaying the game, right? I guess it's just, I guess I should just keep going. I'll just keep going. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Oh? Mitsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Nico? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. No, they're all... Damn it, they're all looking at me again! God, Mitsuki... Damn it. Like, Monika just looks so... I hate this. I hate that I have to go through this all over again. God damn it. But, I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Nico. Thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. Well, if the game didn't delete Say, we wouldn't have this issue, would we? If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Nico? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Nico, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Let's go, official club! Even though I'm terrified, let's go. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Nico, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. A hee hee hee! Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. But I can't walk home with Sayori! Who do I walk home with if it's not Sayori? With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way back home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Tsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes? What the fuck? Wait, what? 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 What was that? What was that? What? What was that? This change at all? Happy thoughts change? It's not loading up. I think I broke the game. Okay, it's not wanting to load. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's still the same. Well, okay then! We're just gonna slam that save button. Okay. Anyways, focus. Okay, it's poem time. It's poem time. It's time to write a poem for Yuri. So big words, people, big words. Philosophy, eternity, tenacious, effulgent, excitement. Fuck, it's fine. Melancholy, determination, unrestrained, extraordinary. What? How is extraordinary? Okay, whatever. Misfortune. Doki Doki. I don't even know what Doki Doki means, if I'm being honest. Massacre. Essence. Heaven sent. Intellectual. Disoriented. Disaster? Okay, nice. Infallible. Vitality. Unrequited. And last but not least, vertigo. Let's go! Okay, I think that was a good poem. Hi again, Nico. Hello, Monika. I see you're up to your shit again. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. But Yeah, don't do that. You okay? Yuri, you okay? Japanese onomatopoeia for a heartbeat. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks for keeping your promise, Nico. Anything for you, Yuri. Just say the word. Anything for you. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What the fuck? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had, like, I can't even relax. I can't even relax now because shit's gonna get worse. I can't even relax. I can't even fawn over cute anime pixels anymore because they're gonna turn into scary pixels. Okay. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I can't see what... Monica, you're in the way! Isuki, something have a big mouth for some reason who keeps manga collection in the club room. Monica, you are in the way! Isuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Nico. It's okay. Yuri, you don't have to apologize. We'll make sure we put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Yes! Is it time to read again? Please, please, I need a break from the anxiety and the horror. Please, Yuri, tell me we can read. Please, I miss our reading sessions. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. It only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No! No! That's not what I meant! That's not what I meant! That's not what I meant! That's not... I don't want to see that. What the fuck? I'm just not gonna look in that direction. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. What the? This is fucked up! Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Yeah, it is kind of tilted. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap, I think she noticed me looking at her. Wait, it's gone. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Very engaging and relatable story. That's so. What's this story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that turned into a human experiment prison. The people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. The facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a... Wait, she went way more in depth this time around. Holy shit. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. And not the thing about the limbs. Right. Not the thing about the limbs at all. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Nico? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Okay, I feel like there's some dramatic irony going on here. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. What the f... Whoa! What the fuck was that? Horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world's full of horrible people, we're all worthless anyways. Then suddenly... What? I am gonna get a pillow. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thought... I'm sorry, your whole body gets what? I'm sorry, what? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh my... Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? I can't do this. I can't do this. Yesterday, I couldn't do this because it was too wholesome. Now I can't do this because it's too scary. Fine. let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I don't even know if I want to sit next to you. I don't even know if I want to sit next to Yuri anymore. What's gonna happen? I step in the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. See. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading it in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... I'm sorry. What did she say? Bathing? Bathing in the heat of my body? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book or between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yeah, we're still fine, we're still fine, we're still fine. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? Turn the page. Sorry. I think I just got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it of my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. She is cute. She is cute, but I can't even think about that anymore. Now I'm too scared. My fight or flight is kicked in, and I'm leaning towards flight. I can't even focus on the simping anymore. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses the things she says and all that. Uh-huh. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. What? The fuckaroony? I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. I don't know why that came into my head. Haha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Right? Don't push yourself. What the fuck is happening? What is happening? Fuck this music! Oh my god. It's disturbing how cheery this music is. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. You don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Do you, though? Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Right, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah. Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. Stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? I don't even know anymore! I guess Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Oh! What? Nico, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to talk about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. Same poem. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well... because... Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. No problem, Annika. Thanks for being here while you could. But this isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. Time for Monika's poem. I'm sure everything will be fine. Please no eye popping again. Hi, Nico. Having a good time so far? No. Actually, thanks for asking. No, I'm not having a good time, Monika. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, Nico. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem. Great job, Nico. I was going oh in my head while reading it. Really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked out anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Oh, I know. I know the kind of writing Yuri likes, but now I'm scared of Yuri. Now Yuri terrifies me. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! Okay, Yuri's back. And she looks normal. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Ah, I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. I'm gonna turn my mic up just a little bit. I know it's probably fine, but it's a little low for my sake. I'm barely turning it up. One little bit. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle. Closing in on me, the air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. My burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? Okay, so it's different from the last one she had. From the first playthrough. So what do you think? Very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? What kind of epiphany, Monica? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect and you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That wasn't so bad. Okay, I guess it's Yuri time. It's Yuri o'clock. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I just say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? The use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Okay, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? I'm so terrified. I am on edge right now. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I still don't really understand what this means. I'm really bad with poetry. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to read. It didn't take me any time at all. Well, I just don't read script very often. Excuse me. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Nico. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Nico. Aw. Well, thanks, Yuri. You don't have to do it for me. You should do it for yourself. First and foremost, you should do it for yourself. Me too. You. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. This entire thing is stressful. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I wasn't trying to say something. I was just trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do. Oh! Emerson Robbins! Thanks, Em. Thanks for returning. I'm gonna turn that down. I forgot to turn that down. One moment. That way down. Pretty much until it's muted. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't break anyone's immersion. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Nico did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Nico liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Nico appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh, the cat fight again! Here we go! The fight again. I remember this from the first playthrough. They go at it. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh, shit! Oh, well, you know what? I wasn't the one who... I forgot about that line! I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nico started showing up! Mitsuki! Oh, Mitsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh my god. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you what? Me? Look who's talking, you want to be an edgy bitch? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. What the fuck is happening? You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about this is how hard you try. Oh, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Oh my god! Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Nico hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she noticed I was standing here. What the hell is happening? Nico, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. He started it. How did I what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Yuri, whoa! Wait, what? What? Why is it getting closer? Stop! Is the one we picked Natsuki? Ah! Whoa! Hey Nico, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. What the hell is this? They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She's crying! She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Nico, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. Hold on. I feel like I might have like either a very small peanut brain theory of what the fuck's happening, or a massive galaxy brain, and I think I might have figured out what's happening here in this game. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna check the files real quick. Well, I'm sorry, what? There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. What the fuck is this? Can you hear me? What? I'm too dumb. I think I'm too dumb for this game. I feel like I'm missing a lot of really cool things because I don't understand like what these poems mean. I'm sorry. I am not a smart person. I just find it disturbing. I don't think I understand. Don't get it. It's disturbing. Can you hear me? There's a little devil inside all of us. Okay. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to say a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm the vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around or something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Nico. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate. What? Okay. I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know what the hell is happening. Agonizing, congruent. Memories? Damn it. Heaven sent. Depression, unrequited, uncontrollable, determination. Valentine? Damn. Home. Electricity. Graveyard. Hopeless. Contamination. Disarray. Essence. Vitality. And tragedy. Okay.